What is the trauma of chaos? Hello, and welcome to today's insight. What is chaos? What is the trauma of chaos? Well, the trauma of chaos is when you're not used to having something that is chaotic happen around you, so much so that it impacts you. That's the trauma of chaos. Now, for someone who has been slowly but surely improving her ability to withstand such chaos, it's not such a big thing. But for people who aren't used to chaos and who find themselves within chaos, it's I mean, they can function, but it's a bit taxing. Let's say, as today was a good indication. Let me explain. So today I went to work. I had an 8-hour, a couple of hours of shift, from the morning till like 4:30, and during that I walked the entire time. The only time I sat down was when I had lunch. Now, fast forward after work, I don't look at my phone during the day. Or if I, no, well, I do look at my phone during the lunch hour, but not during my work hours. And so I didn't even notice this, but at like 4:30, I noticed that everybody from my Toastmasters group was like, oh, well, we changed locations. I'm like, what? Well, actually, the people who own the restaurant where Toastmasters is generally held called me and told me that the place of Toastmasters has changed for tonight. I was like, okay. So I had to scramble. I had to cancel my ride, my normal ride, which meant that I needed to pay more for another way to get to where I need to get to. Now, so think of this. Okay, I spent the entire day on my feet. Okay, so I got home, then I walked for like 20 minutes to a park where we had the Toastmasters event. In a park with people running, children screaming, bugs interfering, all the things, right? And you having to speak louder so that you can project your voice. So there's a lot happening at the same time. And I'm used to it, right? Because I've had to do this after my accident to improve not only my my ability to listen, my ability to comprehend what is being discussed in class, and so on and so forth, and not be disturbed by every little noise that comes into my periphery of that I capped, okay, which is French for get. And so I'm just like, yeah, okay, this is fairly normal. Chaos all around us. It's fine. I can deal with this. I can deal with this. So, like, I was good, but I noticed how a lot of people who aren't used to chaos were kind of like, wow, this is not easy. I'm like, I see where you've been at and what you've been working on, or what I've been working on. And so it was interesting to see that when the question arose, what's the difference between practicing here in the park and practicing in our usual space? The topic that came up was the fact that we were outside and that we were in a lot of noise and a lot of chaos. The word chaos was not actually utilized. I'm just using the word chaos for the sake of this video. And so I was quite intrigued to see how farther I had come in regards to the individuals who hadn't worked upon themselves, type of thing. Right? So, chaos is good for helping you grow and expand as an individual. And the trick with chaos is to use it to help you grow and expand. But not a lot of people use that tool because they're like, ugh, I don't feel comfortable in chaos. Well, it's normal you don't feel comfortable in chaos. You don't spend enough time in chaos for you to be more comfortable. I have, like, ever since my accident, I have, I've had difficulties. So I've been able, and because of the fact that I've went to school, that I have done some stuff in the public, where you can't really control much of what is going on because you have no control over other people. But when you become used to chaos within a bigger group, you become more capable in managing yourself in any situation, not just chaos. You can manage yourself well everywhere. So you need to put yourself, in order to be able to deal well with trauma, you need to put yourself in the trauma. Okay? It's kind of counterintuitive, but in order to help you improve, you need to put yourself in the trauma and deal with the trauma, build some resilience, and then go out of the trauma in order to deal with other stuff and then come back. I hope that makes sense. If not, ask questions and it'll be my pleasure to answer. Basically, it's becoming better by through practice, through gaining experience. Okay. Today was quite trying. I spent 8 hours at work, plus a half hour for lunch. Then I walked, trying to find my Uber. Then I walked again, going to the party. Then I walked back from the party. And it was chaos, complete and total chaos. All of it. And so what I want you guys to think about is, how comfortable are you in chaos? And is there something that you can do to improve your resilience within chaos? Ponder that.